Hello everyone, welcome back to Path4Cloud. So today is the second video in the Docker basic series. So this is the agenda for the today's meeting. We're gonna discuss that how we can set up a Ubuntu VM on AWS. On AWS, we have already created our free account in last video, right? So yeah, we will create one Ubuntu VM and then we can install the Docker on that, and then we'll try to run one small container on that. How we can run. And we need to create a GitHub account as well and the Docker Hub, right? So GitHub just to secure our code, right? So that you can quickly roll back, or you can just keep the versioning of your code. And Docker Hub is something a kind of public repository where you can push your images, customized images for use in future, right? So okay, let's start with the Ubuntu VM. So here I have already logged into that same AWS account. If you remember that we have set a Docker class as a user site. So I have already logged in, and let's click on the launch instance, and I will name it as let's say Docker master. Fine. I will choose Ubuntu as a image, and here you can see that it is coming as under free tier eligible. Alright. So instance type is something that where you can set the compute bundle. We have so many options if you go to that, but as of now the free tier eligible with we get 1 GB of RAM and 2 CPU, so that is more than enough. And the key which we need to, so I have already created one Docker key and I have already downloaded, but if you don't have, then don't worry, you just click there, name that key and then create new key. So what it will do, it will download a private key in your download folder or whatever the folder you have specified, and the public key it will be there in the server itself. You don't need to change any settings below for the network and the additional storage, and we are good, right? So what I've done, we just name our server, we choose Ubuntu as our OS, and we just selected our key pair. So let's launch the instance. So it will take hardly 1 minute and your instance is ready. Here you go. Okay, so it is just loading our instance. Here you can say it is up and running, but although it will take some time to initialize the status, but anyways, we'll just, if you wanted to see the more information, you can just click the VM, and below part you can see that the details, ID, public IP, private ID, IP, right? And all these IAM role, or maybe the monitoring stuff, networking, storage, tag, security, VPC, all these you can check from here. What I will do is I will go to the connect, and here I will go to the SSH client, and I will copy this command and I'll go to this CMD. But let me clear, if you want to use putty or something, right? So you can simply copy the public IP and paste the IP and browse your public this private key, right? And then you can log in. But I am using the CMD here, so let me go to the download where we have placed our private key. Okay, it is asking to accept the key. Say yes, and you are in. Alright, so let me run apt get update. So you can see it is running perfectly fine. Okay, so as per the agenda, we have done our Ubuntu VM setup, right? And it is up and running. We have already logged in. So the next step is to install the Docker, right? So what we need to do is, we will follow the official document here. I have already opened this docs.docker.com and I have went through this install and Ubuntu, right? So here you can see that is that OS we are using, right? There are so many other supported versions you can explore if you want. I will place this document link in the description. And if you scroll down, so first it is asking to uninstall the previous version if you have any, just to any conflict, but we don't have any, but still we're gonna run this command. And the installation method, you can see that you can use the manual method, right? Or you can use there is a script which Docker is giving, you can use that, or you can set up your repository and you can install it with the apt utility. Or if you don't want to use that Ubuntu VM, right, what you can do is you can download the Docker desktop for Linux on Windows, right? It is a separate altogether separate tool. But we will follow this apt repository installation method, right? So this part we have already done. Okay, let me download the other two packages, CA certificate and curl. Let's say it is getting installed. Meanwhile, I'll go and I will run this. Part is already done. Let's download the key for our binary, and it is already placed here on this path. Next, we need to give some permission to this. Okay, you can see it is already under etc apt keyrings and docker.asc, right? So now we will give the permission to this file, and then what we need to do is we need to update our resource source.list.directory, right? I will just place it here, and if you want to see, you can just simply copy this path and paste here etc apt source.list. It is in drop-in directory, so we will place here, and you can see that it is perfectly fine. Now, as in last step, you need to update the apt get just to tell, okay, we have added a new source directory, right? You can see that it is added there. Alright, so what is next? We're gonna install a latest package. I will copy the command and I will paste here. I think it was not copied. Let me copy it again, and I will place here. So here you can see now Docker is getting installed. It will take just 1 minute hardly, and then the Docker up and running. Alright, so here you can see that there is no additional step. You can just verify it to run this Docker hello world, which we will gonna run once we have the Docker installed. Alright, so Docker is installed. Probably we can see the Docker service. Okay, it is up and running, and we can run the Docker version command. Okay, it is double dash, or probably we'll gonna only single. So here you can see that we have this. Okay, if you want to get more information, you can run system Docker system info. It will just list the additional. Here you can see that we are using the community version, and how many containers running, all images, and the additional information, what is the logging drivers, right, and plugins and all these. If you are aware, then you can refer it. If you want to learn the Docker in deep, right, so you can contact us on Path4Cloud. I will paste the contact information in description, where we have the beginner to advanced master course for Docker. Alright, so let's try to run this Docker hello world container, and then we'll see how it will be. So what it is doing, it is not finding that image, right? So it is just pulling that image from the Docker hub, and then it is running. So here you can see the hello from Docker, right? If you run docker ps-a, so you can see that there was one container which was running around 10 seconds ago, but it was just display this content and exit it, right? If you run docker images here, so where you can see that we have the one image locally available, right? So in next class we will see that how additionally you can run the other options, right? Like how you can run the container in background, how you can run the container interactively, how you can pull the images, how you can customize the image if you want, what is the Docker file, how you can push it to the registry, right? Okay, the second is also done. So third point is the GitHub account, right? So I have went to the github.com, and here you can see the sign up, right? So here what you need to do is you just need to give your email address. So we have this email already created. We'll use the same. Let's continue. Just there's some password which you can remember. Enter the username again. So I will just say Docker Basic 2024. It's saying it is available. We can use the same. No, I don't want any occasional product update and announcement. Just say continue. It is again saying verifying the account, right? So please solve this puzzle where you are not a real person. So probably it will gonna play some video and that we need to write here, right? So that you can do, and let me see if I can do this.
Option 1. Option 2. Option 3.
Okay, it just played a sound of bees and then asking was giving me the option like what was the sound of bees. Okay, so here you can see the GitHub 5.1. It is a very long code, so I'll just copy and paste here, and here you can see the account was created and successfully. Please sign in to continue. So in next video we will sign in and we'll see that how it will looks. Okay, so our account is ready for the GitHub. Now let's come to the Docker Hub, which is the last part of today's video. Docker Hub, right? So I have already opened the page hub.docker.com, and again here you can see that sign up is there. So we gonna place our email address once again here. So what I will do is I will copy my email address once again. I'll come here, I will paste there, and here also we gonna use as a Docker user 2024. It will check. Okay, it is already been taken care by someone, so it is suggesting us to let's try with if it will accept the underscore. Okay, you can use only this. Fine, so let us take Docker user 604. That is also not bad. I will make a note of this user because we need to use this. Okay, so for a time being I will just place here, and you can just simply click on sign up. Traffic light, wherever you can see, just click those boxes and verify, and if it was correct, so here you can see recommended your email address. So again we'll gonna place our email address here, and we'll place our password, and I will say continue, and here you can see we are in, right? Docker user 604. Same way you can log in here and you will get the front page. Here you can see okay, I am as a, let's say just me, student, continue, start a new project, no, GitHub Copilot, connect with developer, open source project, okay, continue. Okay, you can just select up to two things, right? So start new project and the open source project. Continue. I will just choose the free account. I will not go for the enterprise as of now, just for the learning, and it is getting set up. Here you can see we are at home and we can create our new repository. So in next class I'll show you how you can create a new repository, and once you have the code in place in your server, right, then how you can push it to the GitHub, or maybe if your image you want to customize, how you can push the same to the dockerhub.com. Alright, so I will take a pause for today in this video, and I will meet you again. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel, and thank you once again. Bye bye.